Rifki. I am a law student in Class A at Jenderal Sudirman University, which student ID number is E1A025 This video made for my English project under the guidance of Miss Nisa Royasa. Today, I will share my opinions on the Bali bombing one case, specifically regarding the retroactive application of criminal law. The background of this case in the Bali bombing one incident that occurred on October 12, 2002 at Paddy's Pub, Sari Club, and U.S. Consulate, Kuta, Bali. This incident killed more than 200 people and injured hundreds of others, both Indonesia and foreign nationals. The case began when the perpetrators, namely is Amrazi bin Nur Hashim, Imam Samudra, Ali Gufran, and Ali Imran, planned and carried out acts of the terrorism using explosives in crowded public place. The investigation revealed that the attack was carried out by the terrorist group Jamaah Islamiyah, which has linked to the Al-Qaeda network. The main perpetrators were Amrozi bin Nur Hashim, Imam Samudra, Ali Gufran, and Ali Imran, whose ideological motive was to spread fear and attack Western interests in Indonesia. The main legal issue in this case is does the application of retroactive in the Bali bombing case conflict with the principle of legality in criminal law, or can it be justified in the interest of justice and the public interest? According to Article 1, Paragraph 1 of the Criminal Code, the principle of legality states that an act cannot be punished unless it is based on existing criminal law provision. The principle is known as nullum delictum nulla poena sine praevia lege poenali. The second, Article 28I, Paragraph 1 of the 1945 Constitution, which affirms that the right not to be punished based on retroactive law is a human right that cannot be reduced under any circumstance. However, in this case, the government issued Perpu number 1 of 2002 on the eradication of criminal act of terrorism, which was passed into law number 15 of 2003. This was followed by Perpu number 2 of 2002, which states that the regulation was retroactive specifically for the Bali bombing case. The application of retroactive principles to terrorism is based on the idea that terrorism is now considered an extraordinary crime requiring extraordinary legal measures. The Bali bombing case caused widespread fear, claiming hundreds of lives and injuring hundreds more. It also caused material losses, which had an impact on social, economic, and political life, as well as Indonesia's relation with the international community. The court decisions to apply retroactive principle in the Bali bombing one case has a strong basis. Terrorism is an extraordinary crime with widespread impact requiring firm legal action, and the law were applied strictly in accordance with the principle of legality. The perpetrators could have escaped punishment because at that time was no specific law on terrorism. In its ruling, the court sentenced the main perpetrators, namely Imam Samudra, Amrozi bin Nur Hashim, and Ali Kufran, to death, and Ali Imran to life imprisonment. This verdict demonstrates the court's seriousness in cracking down on extraordinary crime and upholding justice for the victim. However, this decision remains controversial because the application of retroactive law is considered to deviate from the principle of legality. This could raise concerns about legal certainty and the potential for abuse of state authority in the future. The court decisions to apply retroactive principle in the 2002 Bali bombing one case has brought ethical and social implications. Ethically, this decision is seen as an effort by the state to fulfill the public sense of justice and to acknowledge the suffering of the victim. The public tends to view the punishment of the perpetrator as a form of moral justice that must be upheld. However, on the other hand, the retroactive application of the law has the potential to create legal uncertainty. Therefore, state power must be used carefully so that it is not abused in the future for cases that do not meet the criteria for extraordinary crimes. In conclusion, I believe that the application of retroactive principle in the Bali bombing one case is legally and morally justified. Although it contradicts the principle of legality, its application is necessary to ensure justice for the victim, legal certainty, and protection of the interests of the community and the state. Guys, that's all for my opinions. I hope this video helps you understand the polybomb one case and how retroactive law was applied. Thank you so much for watching and for your attention. Bye bye.